Hi everyone. I hope you're all doing well with the quarantine and I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. I miss you all so much and can't wait till we can be together again. Today I wanted to talk about being there for one another. It's something that really has been on my mind lately, checking in on people and just showing that you love them, especially people who live alone or their family members are still working, so most of the day they're alone and just alone with their thoughts. For the people who don't know, I have anxiety pretty badly sometimes, and so this whole season of not knowing what's going to happen and not knowing when we'll be able to get together with friends and family again has really been hard. But luckily, I have people in my life who love me and who have been checking on me, texting me to see how I'm doing, FaceTiming me, calling and just asking how things are. For example, today, Danielle texted me to see how I was doing, and we talked for a little bit, and it was just nice to hear from her and to hear that she cares and wants to make sure that I'm okay. Corey, my boyfriend, has been there for me. We FaceTime at least every night to say goodnight. And if not that, then we talk for a little bit or watch one of our shows together through FaceTime. So it's just things like that that really show people that they feel loved. Turning to the Bible, there's a few verses that I found that kind of, show that God wants us to, be there for one another, especially in hard times. So the first one is from Galatians 6, verse 2, and it reads, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." So he wants us to listen to each other and to hear what everybody's worrying about. And, even if you don't have advice to give back, just listen, let them get it off their chest to somebody. The next one is Galatians 6:10, which reads, "Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers." So I like this one because it's saying as we have opportunity, and right now that's kind of all we have. We have a lot of downtime since we're not really supposed to be leaving. So that gives lots of chances to call people that you haven't talked to in a while to see how they're doing. And, at the end it says, especially to those who belong to the family of believers, which is great. Definitely check on those people. But if you know somebody who doesn't believe, it might be even better to reach out to them because they don't have God to turn to in this time to pray and to share their thoughts with. The next one is from Philippians 2, verse 4. "Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others." So I know during this time I've been doing a lot of coloring and puzzles, things that I enjoy, but it is important to look to other people. I FaceTime my best friend Sarah sometimes, and she really likes Frozen. So we watched Frozen together on the phone, just, to give us something to do to help us both kind of feel like we were hanging out with each other. Next is Colossians 3, verse 12 to 14. "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity." So from this one, it shows, yes, call those people, talk to those people, but be kind to them while you're doing it. Not that I don't think you would, but that verse really just shows to be patient with them. Someone you might call might start crying or be very upset. And I know for some people it can be hard to stay patient when someone is, reacting that way. But it's really important to just listen and to be there. And lastly, we have 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8 through 10. "Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each one should use whatever gift he has received to serve others, faithfully administering God's grace in its various forms." So with that one, I really like the offer hospitality part. Something you could do with that is if you have an elderly neighbor. For instance, my sister and her husband have a neighbor who throughout this, her husband passed away, not from sickness or the virus. I think it was, just suddenly. But on Easter, they planned to call her and see if she wanted a plate of food, not really getting in contact with her, but just dropping it off so that she could have something to eat. And if she didn't want to cook, because this would have been the first holiday without her husband. So just things like that, checking on your elderly neighbors. And also importantly is to check on family in your own house. You see them all the time while we're stuck inside, but you might not know how they're feeling. Me and my mom have been spending a lot of time together. We've been cleaning the house and doing puzzles and things, and that's really been helping. So, even if your family member doesn't want to talk about anything, offering to do something with them can really help. So that's all I have, and just, reach out to people, love each other, and hopefully we'll be able to get together again soon. Thanks.